Gentlemen, 1247, the great one, man. Listen, my message is very simple. So-called American black man is a titan, is a giant, but has a grasshopper brain or mentality. The American black man is a titan in his potential, in his talents. He's a titan. Like I said, we are the most influential men on planet Earth. But in our thinking capacity, we have a mouse. We have a grasshopper mindset. Meaning we're always playing victim. And the reason why I say this because last night was, it was my birthday last night. I went to a little cigar spot down the street from my house, to go smoke, whatever, chill out, think about some things and reflect and things of that nature. Came across two brothers that were sitting next to me, right? And, get to talking and, I went to my situation. The brother said, one brother was like, hey, listen, man, coronavirus saved my marriage. And I turned to him. I'm like, well, shoot, bro, I wish I could say the same because coronavirus actually ended mine. We went through that little spiel for a minute. Then the brother gets on, are you we go from that to, he asked me, am I a Trump supporter? I'm like, bro, I don't believe in politics altogether. I mean, me being private military, me being going to Iraq and things of that nature, I've seen things that y'all have never seen on the other side of politics, so I don't even bang with politics. I didn't vote for Hillary, nor I voted for Trump. I voted for the libertarian guy, the Gary Johnson, whatever his name was. I went that route. But brother goes, how brothers do, these brothers intellectual, these brothers, they come, these well read and studied this, brothers. That's one thing brothers love doing is talking about their degrees. They just like females, bro. I'm a teacher, and I guess he had his degrees and stuff like that. So I'm very versed on what's going on and in politics and this, that, and the third. Cool. Just you know what they tell you. You don't know that if any of that stuff is true, but cool. So basically, like I said, the brothers, all we got to do is vote. All we got to do is vote. His thing was all we got to do is vote. All we got to do is come out and vote and blah, 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 blah. Once again, this is what Black America has been. We still stuck in the 60s, man. All we got to do is vote and everything's just going to be just fine. We are the only people on planet Earth that think like this. At least in the United States. I can't say on planet Earth, but at least in the United States. We just think we're going to cast some type of ballot and everything's going to work itself out. And this is why I say a lot of the American black man, the African American, ADOS, whatever you want to call yourselves, are titans, but have a grasshopper mentality. Because I had to break it to him. Yeah, bro, I hear what you're saying about the voting piece. But as you and I know, things get done basically under the table. Meaning, if you want change, you got to put your money where your mouth is. Your vote is not going to change anything. I don't understand why people think that they're going to, like, they're pressing all this vote. Okay, cool, you vote. Then what? Nothing changes for you people. Nothing. And that's the whole motto of the so-called black community. You guys want to pray. You guys want to pray about it. You guys want to pray about everything. All we got to do is send up a prayer and you pray to whoever your gods are and pour libations and all that stuff. So you want to pray about it so some other spiritual entity can work on your behalf. We pray. Second one, we want to wait. So after we done pray, we're going to wait a while. We're going to wait and see what happens. We're going to wait and we're going to wait and we're going to wait. Once again, all this, everybody else is working around you. Everybody else is building. Everybody else is making things happen. But what the so-called black community want to do, we want to still wait. We're going to wait and see what's going on. And then we're going to wait and things ain't really happening if they're not building big houses for us, if the government's not doing X, Y, and Z, then you want to complain. So you thought your vote was going to do it. You thought waiting was going to do it. Then after waiting, you're going to complain about it. Complain. Oh, these white people are after me and nobody likes us and the devil's on my back and white supremacy. So white supremacy is keeping me down. Cool. So after you prayed, you waited, you complained, then you go vote. Right? So all these years go by. People say you ain't built nothing. You ain't done nothing. Then you gonna go vote. Then they get you hyped up. Then they get these celebrities to sing these songs and John Legend and Common and to come together. Blah blah, Black Power, Black Lives Matter. Blah 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 blah. And you go through the same cycle all over again. This is why I say, especially us brothers, we are titans with a grasshopper and a mice mentality. Like, I don't want to hear, like I said, and I had to break it down to the brother last night. I asked him a simple question. I was like, what is our spending power? What's the so-called black community spending power in the United States? Like I said, you well read. You should know these things, right? You well read. So what's the spending power of the so-called black community in the United States? You really didn't know? You know it's over $1 trillion though, right? Yeah, I get that. But you know, our mindset and blah, 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 we don't want to, bro, listen. I don't want to hear anything you have to say after that. Your spending power, the black American community, you are titans with grasshopper mentalities. You have over $1 trillion in spending power. You guys can go look this up. Not 1 billion, $1 trillion in spending power a year that the so-called black community, they spend on a bunch of foolishness. You spend, don't build, but just do all the spending. You have over $1 trillion in spending power. But then you want to come here with the we shall overcome and we're oppressed and 1492 and blah, 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 blah. Bro, over $1 trillion in spending power? That's not oppression, brother. That's not oppression. That's a choice. $1 trillion in spending amongst 13% of the population. Right? So we got one of the smallest populations in the United States, but you have one of the largest spending power. Basically, like, I think the highest, we're like probably top 1 or 2 in spending power, but you are the lowest in population number. How are you the lowest in number, but your money supersedes the population? But you're oppressed? Once again, we are titans with a grasshopper mentality. Then, you know, brother, keep going on and yeah, you know, because, you know, I mean, the same talking point. I swear, bro. I swear, if I talk to you pro-blacks and you intellectual, you guys say the same thing every single time. You guys do not switch. Like, you guys go to a school to say this nonsense. I believe every last one of you go to the same school to get all these whack talking points. The same school. Like, I'm convinced you guys go to the same, whatever school you go to get this information and the woe is me and the complaining. I swear you guys go to the same class. Because every last one of you have the same talking points. Then when somebody comes at you with real facts, oh yeah, I hear what you're saying, but then, you know, the Willie Lynch and you know, slavery, and we didn't know we were slaves until we didn't know we were free until 2 years. Like, bro, I don't want to hear none of that stuff no more, bro. That stuff is old. That stuff is fossilized, bro. You can't keep you can't keep blaming everybody for your issues when you people have $1 trillion in spending power. That doesn't make sense, what you just said. How can you blame slavery for the mindset, but you people have over $1 trillion, you spend over $1 trillion a year for foolishness. But you're gonna blame Willie Lynch and a slave master with my ancestors and blah blah blah. Like, bro, shut the F up with all that nonsense, bro. Real talk. Shut the F up with all that nonsense. I don't want to hear none of that no more, bro. $1 trillion, dude. You know what you can do with $1 trillion? If it's so-called Black Americans were to move to a whole different, were to move to like a South America with $1 trillion in spending power, bro, that would be Tulsa, Oklahoma times 1,000. You take $1 trillion in spending power and you go to South America somewhere, bro. You know what type of cities you would have with over $1 trillion in spending power, and you take yourself down to a Brazil. You take yourself down to hell. You probably go to the Amazon. You can go to Belize, bro. You go to Nicaragua and Costa Rica, Panama, bro. With $1 trillion in spending power, do you know how much influence? Dude, you would shut the game down immediately. You could just, with $1 trillion, dude, you could probably buy up all of Brazil. It wouldn't be Brazil no more. It'd be American Black Izil or something crazy. Like, bro, $1 trillion in spending power. You people are not powerless. But once again, you are titans with a grasshopper mentality. $1 trillion in spending power, bro. You could buy up a whole country in Africa, dude. You don't need to return, nigga. You need to buy it up. Ain't no point of returning. It's point of me taking over. With $1 trillion in spending power, there's countries in Africa that don't even have $1 trillion in spending power. But you, 13% of you people here in the United States have a $1 trillion in spending power, but somehow you still oppressed. And the thing is, you're staying in the oppression. You're not fixing the oppression. You think my vote is going to fix these people oppressing me? $1 trillion in spending power, bro. You can take control of your local governments. You don't even need to go to the federal. You can go federal, bro. You can take over your local governments with $1 trillion in spending power. Come on, bro. Your local government should be ran by all your people with $1 trillion in spending power. But once again, you are a titan with a grasshopper mentality. Instead of the brother realizing what I'm spitting to him makes absolute sense. Oh, well, like I said, we're going to go right back to we can't trust each other and blah, 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 blah. So once again, I threw him another thing. Here, how about this? Since we can't trust each other, cool. Because slaves, they beat us and we're individuals and we can't trust each other and blah, blah. Okay, cool, bro. Cool. I got you. Y'all been beating this in the head for the last 50, some odd, 60, 100, whatever years. How about this? Why don't we connect with other people that have the mindset? Right? So let's connect with Paco. Right? So Paco and them come to the United States not knowing but 2 words of English. They come in here and they straight killing. Because I put this out to them. True, bro. Paco and them don't even know a whole sentence. But they out here at Lowe's. They at different places, once again, looking for work. Them and their whole family come over here looking for work. Them jokers know how to build houses and carpentry, and they know how to do all the little stuff, coming over here and killing. So all I'm saying is this. Why don't we connect with Paco and them that have the mindset, or if not them, connect with some group from Africa, connect with some Pakistanis, or connect with people. I mean, there's plenty of people here in the United States that have the mindset of working hard. So the thing is, we have the power and the influence and the money. You have the mindset. So put 2 and 2 or 2 or 1 and 1 together to make 2. Let's balance it out. Yeah, man. I know. We could do that. We could do that. Yeah, but man, but it goes back to slavery. See, that's what I'm saying. Like the conversation was over. Like, bro, you niggas don't want to change, bro. I've given you options. You cannot say, oh yeah, I see what you're saying, but oh, Willie Lynch. Like, bro, like niggas don't want to change, bro. This it's all mental right now. It's not even physical oppression. It's not nobody putting a gun to your head. It's saying you better buy these Jordans, you better buy this Rolex, you better spend $1 million on this Bugatti. It's all mental, man. You know what's the movie back in the day? The difference between mice and men, bro. The African American community is a bunch of mice. Like I said, I've given you options how to change the vote. Once again, you get lobbyists. You know, lobbyists and big businesses run your government. We know this. So, in $1 trillion of spending power, won't you take a good little portion of that little 1 trillion and put it behind these lobbyists to get things changed into get laws changed? That's been there on the books for like over since 1776. Get laws changed. But only thing, money talks. The BS walks. And the thing is, we've been walking. We got the money to do what we want to do, but we spend it on nonsense and we complain about what's not happening. But then like I said, you're gonna pray, you're gonna wait, then you're gonna complain, then you're gonna vote. And somehow, some way, it's some magical nigga named Jesus or Allah or some magical fairy dust nigga from the sky is gonna come and wrap you up and save you and turn you around, place your feet on solid ground. All this nonsense. I feel like we living in la la land, man. Everybody else is in the real world. They working because they know what's going on. But it seems like the black community, especially brothers, are just in la la land. Like I said, if it has nothing to do with vagina, nobody really cares. If Big Booty Keisha gonna be there? Nah, man, I'm good. Come on, man. But we want to complain. We're gonna sit there and we're gonna vote. Voting's gonna change the world. Come on, man. How long have we been voting for, man? I'm saying, like, why would you ask? Like, the dude asked me, was I a Trump supporter? If I was, in what? That's why I keep saying, man, this blackness. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm saying. This is why I don't connect myself. This is why I'm starting to disconnect myself with the word black. Because if I'm black, I have to do black stuff. I have to vote black. Because there's no reason for you to ask me if I was a Trump supporter. Because this is what these people do. This is what the so-called black community do. They shame you into voting what they want you to vote. Because you're black, you should vote Democrat. And if you vote Republican and if you claim to be black and you vote Republican, you're a traitor. See, it goes all back to the traitor thing again. It goes all the way back like the video I did before. It goes back to the traitor thing again. If I don't vote black, if I don't vote Democrat, and I vote Republican, and I'm black, that means I'm a traitor to my race. So I can't move, I can't vote, I can't even listen to the music that I want to listen to. I can't even do the things I want to do because I'm black. And if I got the label black on me, then I'm supposed to be doing black things. I'm supposed to talk black. I'm supposed to speak black. I'm supposed to dress black. I'm supposed to vote black. There's black love. Come on, man. Like this is a joke. It's a joke right now. And the joke is on us and everybody's laughing at us. This is hypnosis. This is not even like you say, this is the Wizard of Oz. Once again, $1 trillion in spending power. You can go on anywhere on planet. You go to Antarctica. Antarctica with one trillion spending power, bro. You can go anywhere on planet Earth and be cooking. Ain't no need for you to return back to Africa, dude. You can buy a whole country in Africa with $1 trillion in spending power. 1 trillion. Hell, like I said, you can go to the island. You can go to the Caribbean and buy up a whole bunch of islands with $1 trillion in spending power. But once again, we ain't got that mindset because we're victims. Willie Lynch and redlining and burning of Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're always going to be victims for the rest of our lives because we're black. And if you consider yourself to be black, we're always victims. I can never win because I got the label black on me. I'm always losing. I'm black. That's me. I'm always losing because I'm black. Even though we have over $1 trillion in spending, I'm still black. I'm still losing because Willie Lynch said in his letter that if you come on, man, like it's just silly. I don't hear this no more, man. Like I said, majority of us brothers, the majority of the black community are titans. Titan-like ability, Titan-like potential. I mean, you big as hell. You influential all over the world. But you have a mindset of a grasshopper. And this is how this cycle keeps continuing. You're going to have to separate, man. Fellas, you got to separate. Because people don't want to change. Like when people have this rehearsed. Your intellectuals have this victim mentality nonsense rehearsed to the T. Try to convince you that you're a victim too. You're a victim. I'm a victim, so you're a victim too. Because we're all black. See, we're all black. That means we're all victims. So we didn't get to come here by choice and blah, blah, blah. Cool, bro. Like, nigga, everybody knows your story. Cool. Are you people about to just victim? Are you about to up and pack up and go back to Africa? No. So what are you complaining about? You complain that they brought you over here. You complain. Then when I ask you when you niggas going back, so what you complaining about, man? Shut the F up. Like a bunch of kindergartners, bro. Bunch of kindergartners, man. Complain about everything, just like little girls. You a grown ass man, you complaining? And he not the only one. There's so many other men sitting there complaining about what's not happening. I voted for this person, and this person hasn't changed anything. But Paco and them come over here, like I said, don't know 2 words of English, and they built your house. They built up your neighborhood. They're cutting your grass. How are these people that's coming from other countries running laps around you, and you supposed to be the foundation of the United States? Right? So the United States was built off the backs of black slaves. Cool, bro. So you are the foundation of the so-called corporation of the United States. You, me, we were the foundation. So how we're victims, but we're the foundation. So we're the foundation, then we are the ones that's keeping everything together. Correct? Because if you don't have a foundation, everything else crumbles. So if we, the so-called black, African American, is the foundation of the United States, how are we victims? With $1 trillion, like I said, $1 trillion spending power, I don't know what to say. Anyways, man, that's all I got to say. 23 minutes, I've been rambling. I mean, you guys like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Once again, are we victims? You know what I'm saying? Is it just a mental thing? Like I said, $1 trillion in spending, that's not a victim. $1 trillion in spending power, that's not a victim. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't care. Wade in the water, follow the drinking gourd. I get all them spirituals and blah, blah, blah. Cool. But, bro, we're in 2020. You have over $1 trillion in spending power. You're not oppressed. Anyways, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.